Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem, Al Shai Bashem, Akakodah, Shalom to the 144,000, and the rest of you elect out there, Shalom to all. And I'm going to entitle this video, "And the Rest Were Blinded." And the technocratic dark state. And the rest were blinded, the technocratic dark state. So let me read the whole verse. I may even open it up. I'll open it up. Right, Israel not cast away. So this scripture right here, New Testament, Book of Romans, Paul speaking here, that you can't use what vocab uses the term replacement theology. That when you read in the New Testament about when it mentions Israel, it's really talking about the body of Christian believers of any nation. That's why we don't even take the guy seriously. Anyway, it says, "I say then, have the Most High cast away His people." Who are His people? And when you read down, when you continue to read, you'll find out. You say, "Who is His people?" The Most High forbid. No, for I also am an Israelite. So those are the people of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. Is Paul a spiritual Israelite? Yes. Is he a physical Israelite? Does he come from the line that goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Yes, because he mentions his tribe. And he mentions that he came from, if he came from Abraham to Benjamin, the son Benjamin, how did Benjamin come? How is Benjamin related to Abraham? Because Benjamin was the son of Jacob, Jacob was the son of Isaac, and Isaac was the son of Abraham. So the Most High said He did not cast away His people. I don't want to read all of this, but I want to go to the 7th verse. Let me do this. The technocratic dark state. And I got this thing slowed down. This is the Solara report. It's put up by Catherine Austin Fitz. And she's been talking about the technocratic age. Give me a second. And we here at GMS are the premier camp when it comes to this subject, meaning the mark of the beast, MOTB. And these other camps that, came up against what we were saying, it doesn't mean ain't no damn microchip. They get mad when they say it ain't no goddamn microchip. Do you think God cares whether you have a microchip? Well, He's concerned about Israel, the elect not getting it. The rest are going to get it. The rest are slated to get it. The Most High wants you to get the chip. Because He's going to close your eyes that you may believe a lie. Because Esau, the elite of the Edomite nation, they're not going to say, "Oh, you got to take this microchip." And this is found in Revelation 13 and 16. And when you read it, if they give you Revelation 13 and 16 and 17, they give you Revelation 14 and 9, Revelation 15, it says having victory over the beast and not taking the chip, Revelation 15 and 1, Revelation 16 and 2, or you can start at 1. It goes to anybody that has a chip, they're going to get a grievous sore, which is a cancer. And that's not from the chip. You put things, you put hearts in, mechanical hearts in you and different things that doctors made, heart transplants and mechanical, things that are made by man that are put in you, pacemakers, what do you call it, pacemakers? Where your heart did the beat, keep the, that's the combat or reverse arrhythmia. When your heart is not in rhythm, you can stroke out or get a heart attack. So a pacemaker keeps your heart in rhythm. So those things will not necessarily give you cancer, maybe in the long run, I don't know. But the actual chip, if they put the chip in you, in your right hand or in your forehead, you're not going to get cancerous if the chip is dormant. But the fact that signals from the 5G that transmits from the let's say tower to your hand is going to affect what your hand and the blood, the veins and all that, and it's going to cause a cancer. So the ones that take the chip, you're going to get cancerous. Now I said that as soon as they make this thing mandatory, and let's say 95 to 98% of the planet Earth receives it, I believe that everything will move quick. Maybe a month, maybe after the chip is fully administered throughout the whole planet, I believe everything's going to move really quick. Hopefully a month, hopefully if not 2 months, if not 3 months. I don't see, once they fulfill this prophecy, that this is going to go, 3 years. People walking around with a chip and all that, and we struggling to get food. But it tells you in Isaiah 65 that my servants or the elect shall eat. Now, I want to say this. I have noticed, and the last time I witnessed this was a video that Captain Tazariak did, and he had two. And the ironic thing about it is, I wasn't looking for that video. I just clicked on it and it was up there, and I just clicked on it because there was nothing else on YouTube. So sometimes I click on Genesis, sometimes GOCC. If they say something, I click on it, being a thumbnail or the notification or whatever. So his just popped up. So I said, let me listen to a little bit of this, because sometimes Captain Tazariak will do a debate with Christians or whatever, and I'll go, let me click on it, and okay, let me put my take on it. So I'll let it play, let it go live, then I'll stop and says, okay, he was right on this, he's right, we should have added on to this, or whatever the case may be. So I came across that video that he did in the car by accident. In other words, the Mossad led me. And when I clicked on it, they were talking about the MOTB. The guy even said MOTB, and he said, "What's the MOTB?" Well, I don't know what the MOTB is. And he said, "The mark of the beast." Then it said Apostle Tahar, and I said, "Well, I got to bring it back some." It was kind of, I guess it was 40 minutes in or whatever. So I said, "Let me bring it back to the caller." Then I realized there were two callers, callers back to back. And it was a Issacharite, and it was sound like a Benjamin, Issachar and Benjamin. And they pretty much spoke the same thing. And they mentioned, the brother mentioned, I think the Issacharite mentioned GMS and Apostle Tahar. And And then, you know, you can watch the video because it kind of went viral among GMS. They did videos on it. So you can see kind of the look on Captain Tadarik's face change, and he got a little mad at the eyes. You know when you get mad, you see it in the face. And he said, "Well, this guy, he said you could rape little." No, he says these guys rape little. How the fuck we gonna rape great little girls in the United States and brag about it? Goddamn, we must be in good with I must got Trump's number. Don't worry, Taha. Don't worry. If they get you, I'm gonna pardon the GMS. No, there's no way in the hell we're gonna be stupid enough to actually grape little girls and brag about it on YouTube. But that's where the emotions jump in. That guy ain't my apostle. He's a piece of shit. He ain't a fucking apostle. Now, if you're one of the elect, you're going to say that about Yohana. You're going to realize Yohana is not the great and powerful Oz. You're going to realize that. Because if he was, and I know him personally, I know his whole family. I know his whole family personally, his brother and his sister. And you know, he made a statement. He said, "Do you think God really cares about putting a mic?" Yes, he cares for the elect. He doesn't want the elect to get it, and he's gonna. And you know how, you know why we know that the elect is not gonna take it. Number one, the elect. So the Most High is gonna put it in their mind to know what it is, and to lead them to Revelation 13, 16, 17, Revelation 20. And 4, it's also written in Revelation. Let me do something. I'm going to show you this video in a minute. Revelation 16 and 2, which I mentioned. Revelation 19 and 20. Mark of the Beast reference. I didn't put Mark of the Beast in the book of Revelation. I put Mark of the Beast, or the Mark of the Beast. And it's all scriptures on Revelation. And the word mark, charagma, means to engrave. That's what it literally means. Charagma means to engrave. Revelation 13 and 17. Let me see something. Revelation 13 and 17. Okay. Also Revelation 13 and Revelation 20 and 24. If you do not take the chip, that you're going to be in the kingdom, you're going to be ruling in the kingdom for 1,000 years. And then you're going to rule under Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai for eternity. So the fourth verse is talking about John seeing us in the kingdom of heaven. Now you got Bishop Nate talking about, after 1,000 years, Gog and Magog going to jump out of a pit and they're going to get us. Well, he doesn't understand that Revelation, and I said this before, Revelation, he wings it a lot. He got a lot of, he goes in, he hits points, but sometimes he wings it. If he's not sure of how to break down or remember the way it was broken down to him, he'll wing it. Right? So when you read Revelation chapter 20 and 1, well, actually 1 and 2, it speaks about 1,000 years. This serpent being chained up beast for 1,000 years. Talking about when Jake ruled, starting from circa 325 AD to going into the 1400s. So really it was more than 1,000 years. When Constantine the Great sat up on the throne as the chief of state, and sort of the Pope. That's where they got that whole idea of the Pope from. So if it's 325, that's when we had power. We got power before that. Started getting power, taking power from Esau, starting in 96 AD. really before that. But Jake, the first, it could have been a Jake in there before that. The 4 emperors, one of them I believe was a Jake. So we were already moving up in power seats. You know, it was a Senate that were Jakes. There were Jakes up in there, man. It had high, you know. So Esau knows to keep us down now because he said, you remember, because they go into the Roman history, man. I believe these military colleges like West Point, which is in New York, upstate New York. It's maybe about an hour from the city, I would guess. And it's a military college. When you graduate, you become officers. And I'm pretty goddamn sure that they teach about ancient wars. Matter of fact. Okay, let me do this. I'm sorry. Let me do this here. Okay, give me a second. Okay. Does West Point teach about Roman history? Let's see what comes up. It's taking its time coming up. Just gotta have to wait. Boom. Bingo. My question is, does West Point teach about Roman history? Yes. West Point teaches Roman history, focusing on its military, political, and cultural aspects for their relevance to modern leadership. This is kind of saying in a roundabout way that this is the Roman system all over again. I didn't know it was going to come up like this. With cadets studying Roman law, government, tactics, and enduring traditions like the centurion concept. What is the centurion concept? A centurion is an officer. He got a pretty good rank. He's not a general, you know. A centurion is a man that has 100 men, military men, behind him. You have centurions, you have legions, which legions is about 1,000, almost 1,000, not quite 1,000 men. You had 700 of them that are horsemen, and the rest of them, which is about 600 and change. You can look it all up, which are foot soldiers. So it was broken up into centurions, connecting ancient strategies to contemporary military practice as seen in their history and war studies curriculum. So guess what? When you go to the West Point, part of the curriculum is studying Roman history in relation to what? Focusing on its military, political, that's your Caesars, your Senate, your council, and cultural aspects for their relevance to modern leadership. Now, what does that mean? Let's go deep. Let's dive deep. If they're dealing with the culture and the politics, that means they have to tax. Part of that is taxing the people. Part of that is taxing the people. So they will have trouble. You can't tax them too hard because they'll revolt. You know, you just can't put them in total slavery. They'll revolt. And you can't say, well, we want 60% of what you make. No, fuck you, kill me, you know? So they tax you enough where, okay, they're going to take, let's say 10%, 5% or whatever. And the more the Roman Empire grows as far as taking over provinces or states, they just tax them and said, look, you can follow your God, you can do what you want to do, you can keep your laws, but we're going to tax you. We're going to tax you. If we don't tax you, we're going to enslave you. So when revolts took place is when they taxed them too much. That's what 70 AD was all about. The first Roman-Jewish war, as they call it. And when you say why did it happen? Because Rome was taxing Jake heavily. That was during the time of Nero, which Nero's back all over again. And the tariff is nothing but a tax. If he would have said, I'm going to raise taxes 30% across the board, people would lose it. But he used the word tariff. And people are now, these stupid-ass Americans are now realizing, well, this is really a tax. They just use another word for it. So I'm so glad that I knew it was going to say this, but it didn't say somewhat, maybe, yes and no. It said straight up yes. So that's part of their curriculum. Anyway, so let me come back over here. I'm kind of jumping around a little bit. So the technocratic dark state is just the Roman Empire and a high-tech world. That's all it is. That's all it is. It says Trump, AI, and digital dictatorship. The word dictatorship means a king. The king makes a decree. The dictator is to talk. He makes a decree, and the rest of the people have to follow it. Emperors make decrees, and Senate, Council and Senate, they can either oppose it or go with it. So what they do is they make sure they get all the Senate in their pocket. So when the Caesar says something, they'll go with it. Yes, it makes all the sense in the world. Plus, I got X amount of extra gold from, because we stole it from other people. So this is Rome all. If you can't see that this is Rome all over again, matter of fact, let me do this. Let me add it this way. Is America Rome all over again? The comparison of America to Rome, particularly in republics' decline, is a popular analogy used by historians and commentators, highlighting similarities in vast power, cultural influence, political polarization, immense depth. The depth is almost 40 trillion, and actually it's closer to 300 trillion. The debt is really almost 300 trillion. It can never be paid off. Economic inequality. Yep, the 1% and the rest of the people. That's why you got a lot of homeless, because they have the super rich. They live in this decadent lifestyle. Decadent means to decay. Military overreach. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong. Babylon, America. They say they have 800 to 800 plus military bases, all scattered throughout the whole planet Earth, which makes that an occupation. And internal societal divisions. You got the Republicans and Democrats, right? Though many argue the U.S. is not a direct empire like Rome and has different challenges, with some believing the window for course correction is closing, while others see it as a cautionary tale rather than a predetermined fate. So that's talking about all empires go down. New empires come up. Let me see. Has America entered the fall of Rome? Ooh, interesting. I'm not going to open it up. Has America entered the fall of Rome? The Heritage Foundation. America is a late republic state like Rome. Okay, so this is Rome all over again, but the difference is between Rome from 2,000 years ago to the new Rome, which is Babylon, which is America, which is Egypt, Sodom, Assyria, is they gotta get you to take that technology inside of you. Oh, going back to Captain Zariak, he pretty much said that ain't talking about a microchip. He said Revelation, the two callers. He said, and you can watch it. It's you can go on my page and watch it, or others at GMS watched it. And he said the Issachar brother said MOTB. He said, what's the MOTB? He said Mark of the Beast. He said oh, you mean Revelation 13, 16, 17. And he said, doesn't that mean a microchip? He said, no, it doesn't mean a microchip at all. He goes into it's in your mind, and then he goes into the right hand. The Lord sitting on the right hand is the same right hand, so it's symbolic. Which that right hand in Revelation 13 and 16, 17 is talking about a literal right hand or left hand. The word is dextrose, which is your power hand. Somebody that's left-handed, that's their dextrose. That would be their right hand, which is not actually it's left, but that's their right hand, your power hand, on your forehead, right? So he goes into all this stuff about that it's not the microchip, but then he makes a statement. He says, "Oh, but we here at ISUPK, we're not going to tell anybody to put anything in their skin, to needles or something like that." But wait a minute. Go back 4 or 5 years ago, you guys pretty much said you got to get it. You can't put it out there like an order. And then you started saying, well, you guys are afraid of needles, you're cowards. Like we're little kids. Oh no, I will prove to you that I'm not afraid of a needle. Cunningly devised fables, right? You can put it in that category. Which when they said that, the first thing I said, well, these guys sold out. Not all of them, but I would say the leadership sold out. Bishop Nathaniel, he said the same thing. He said, go ahead and take it. Then he kind of backed up and he said, take it if you have to. And there was people that took it, actual people that took it, and some of them died. That year, one of the Passovers, I believe it was 2022, he said it was either 20 or 21 people that died from the thing. Well, wait a minute. If they're the elect, it said no plague shall come nigh thee. What is that? Psalms 91, I believe it's the 10th verse. It said no plague shall come nigh thee. So why did them 20 or 21 people die? If you go to IUIC, I believe it's IUIC Passover 2022. I believe you got to listen the first 15 minutes or so. I would say 15, 16 minutes. I believe it was that year where they said 20 or either 21 people had died from the thing. Well, there was no reported death in GMS. Nobody said, this such and such died from the thing. Because none of us took it. So I would say you died from taking the thing, taking the jump shot. So now coming back to Captain Zariak, he said, we don't tell nobody to take no, which that's a goddamn lie. You go back 5 years ago. You guys said take it, and you're a coward if you don't take it, and you're not a real man, and you're scared of needles. And General Yohannes said, the white man's telling you not. The white man is telling you to take it, so you won't take it, because he really doesn't want you to take it, so he can take it. So Yohannes said, take it, because the white man's using reverse psychology on you. He's telling you to take it, so you won't take it, but go ahead and take it. So I said, this guy done sold the fuck out, okay? And we're gonna find out. We know that Tazadaki sold out. What happened to him? Oh, he definitely sold out. And what did the Most High do to him? The Most High took his ass out on April Fool's Day, 2020. Now the Most High didn't take out High Priest Ariel and High Priest Shaw. And they were way older. This guy was, I guess, in his mid-40s maybe, or late 30s. And then a week before that, he said we ain't gonna die, we ain't gonna get cursed from that thing. And he was the one that got cursed from because he was labeled dead based upon the C ragamuffin. So that should have put fear in your hearts, because when that happened, we said the Most High took him out. The Most High, decreed judgment on him. But anyway, coming back to Captain Tazariak, I'm gonna let you hear this video and showing you that Esau knows. The Edomites know that don't believe in the Most High. They know that people can get microchipped, and they can't equate it. They can't equate it to revelation. But some are beginning to do that. Then you're going to have pastors, and we know about the 1,000 pastors over there in Israel. They're going to be told by the government, the people that buck up against taking the MOTB, tell them that there's people spread lies that it's the mark. Don't take it. No, you can take it. It's to help you. So they're going to have pastors, and you dumb people, Christians, are going to follow your stupid pastors that sold out, and you're going to take it. And I see a lot of y'all, your sisters, all they got to do is take away your EBT, your food stamps, and if you get the chip, you're good. And they're going, where did I sign up? So you niggas are doomed. That's a title right there. You niggas are doomed. Anyway. So coming back to Captain Tazariak, he said, with all that he said, that, we ain't gonna make nobody take it. He said, but if they present you a chip, don't take it. You're not to take it. So he kind of knows in the back of his mind, kind of covering his ass, that maybe what if that does happen? Let me cover my ass. Don't take it. Well, you'll take it if General Yohannes says take it, unless you wake up. If you of the elect, you're gonna say, "Nah, I ain't with this shit. I'm out of here." And then you'll say, "I apologize to GMS, to Basil Dahar." Say you don't see it yet, but you're gonna see that the premier camp in all of Israel are the men of GMS from the apostles on down. See, a lot of you guys are scared that brothers leaving your camp. We're not scared. God, I don't want to be with GMS no more. I just don't want to. You said this and that. Goodbye, brother. Okay. See you, and I wouldn't want to be you. So anyway, I'm sorry. Let's come over here. Okay, this is the key verse. Okay. What then have Israel not obtained that which he seeketh? Oh, there goes he. Israel as a whole is being referred to as a he. It's talking about the nation. Because you got these IUIC guys. Let me go to this real quick. They use this scripture because Bishop Nate said, I'm a little all over the place. Bishop Nate said that the Most High never came down and dealt with anybody in the Old Testament. He didn't deal with Moses. He didn't deal with Abraham. He didn't deal with nobody. Anytime there was a higher power that came down and dealt with these men in the Old Testament, it was always so-called Jesus. So in a roundabout way, he's saying that Jesus' name is really Yahweh. Comfy did the same goddamn thing. Oh, we don't know the name. We know Yahweh, but we really don't know the name of Yahweh. That's not his name. We were wrong on that. Then they started saying, oh, well, he's Bun Yahweh, meaning the son of Yahweh, but we don't know his name. But his father's name is Yahweh. But you dummies, you fucking zombies, you saw it, man. What did I say I was gonna go? No, I'm talking so much. Oh, yes. Isaiah 45. There's a new precept that the IUIC goes into, which they totally breaking it down wrong. Okay, here we go. Thus, Isaiah 45 and 11, thus saith, let's just say Lord, the Holy One of Israel and his Maker, asked me of things to come concerning my sons and concerning the work of my hands, commend ye me. Let me read again. Thus saith the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, and his Maker. So they're trying to say that this is Yahweh Shai, which is the Son of God, so to speak, because it said, this is not Yahweh, this is the Son of Yahweh, right? He made Israel and his Maker, meaning he made me. This is Yahweh Shai supposedly talking. No, it doesn't mean that. You're breaking it down wrong. And then you zombies, oh, that makes all the sense in the world. Thus saith, let me read it right, break it down right. Thus saith Yahweh, the Father, the Holy One of Israel, and his Maker is, he's the Holy One, he's over Israel, he made Israel, and he made Israel. Now you know what they say, it says his, which is singular. Well, the reason why I went to this is because, let me come back to Romans. Okay, what then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for. So it's speaking of the Israelites as a he, not a them. So these stupid zombies, oh, that's deep, that's deep, oh, that's deep. Let me do this. Let me go ahead and do this. Okay, I don't need this. Romans 11 and 7. I'm sorry, Isaiah 45. See if they break it down. So if you can't see ultimately that the MOTB is the micro C hip, you're not of the elect. Now you could be of the elect. I'm just checking this out. Long time broadcaster Christine Chambers found dead. CBS. I don't even know what this is all about. There are a lot of people are coming up missing. Anyway, let me do this. IUIC. Let's see what comes up. Isaiah. Let's see what comes up. This is the justify. Okay, let's see if it comes up. Okay, that's Isaiah 45:17. Okay, this is not I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, this is not, could this be it? Let me see something. Let me try this.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 11. Thus says the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, and his Maker, ask me of things to come
That's not what I'm looking
concerning
for.
my sons and concerning the work of my hands. Command you.
Please forgive me, y'all. Because they recently started teaching this. You got no choice but to wait. Bear with me for a minute. Now this thing is acting up. Just wait it out. In other words, it's not responding. It should clear up in a minute or so. Okay, I believe it cleared up. So I want to find it so okay, I hadn't seen this. I don't know if this dude is still down with them. I haven't seen. I met him. Please bear with me. I'm trying to get it so I'm not accused of putting words in their mouth. But this is what they. You can go down to one of these schools and ask them, what does that mean? What does Isaiah 45 and 11 mean? Let me just check this dude for 1 second.
Can anybody become a part of God's elect? Let's see what the Bible has to say about this. According to Isaiah 45 verse 4, Israel is God's elect. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below.
Okay, I believe this guy confronted some of the GMS brothers in London. I did a video on it the other day. But he's, let me see. Okay, that's Isaiah 45 and 4. I'm sorry, I can't find it. I can't find it. Anyway, let me do this real quick. So I typed in the mark of the beast, exact phrases, inexact phrases. This speaks about the cancer. If you get it's an actual physical chip that's going to go on your actual physical right hand, left hand forehead. Neuralink. Revelation 19:20, and the beast was taken in him, the false prophet, and wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark. The mark is a physical thing in your right hand, left hand, forehead, and them that worship the image. When you take the chip, you worship the image. That means you worship it, and you got to bow down to no image. They're going to say, "Okay, bow down first. Let me put the chip." No, when you take the chip, that means you worship the image. these both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. That's poetic, or that's actually, he saw a vision which symbolized America on fire. He didn't see an actual lake on fire. He saw America on fire from a bird's eye view. It says, Revelation, let me open this up. We got to keep pushing this out here because people keep bucking up against it. And when it comes and you, well, nobody, if the Most High would have showed me what it was, I wouldn't have took it. Well, what about you? I don't listen to GMS. Okay, good. You're going to get condemned. It said, and he called this all both small and great, rich and poor to receive a mark, which is a charagma, which is a graven tool. A delivery system, which is a needle cut on the bias to administer that actual chip. And you know what? If you can't see it, if you go to Sweden, you go microchip. Show you them going to the doctors. They show them going on the train, opening the door of their car, or whatever, in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell. Now, going back to Captain Zarek, he said, well, that's talking about big buying. That's talking about embargoes. First of all, embargoes have nothing to do with buying and selling. Embargo is when you refuse to do trade with another country. Like China. If they call for an embargo against the United States would be dead. It would be a big ghost town. Everything that you get, when you go to BJ's and Costco's and you buy all this TVs and all this other stuff, you wouldn't have no cars because the parts, the dealer parts and other parts come mostly from China. So if China called for an embargo, meaning we're not going to do business with the United States would die. They don't have to drop one missile. And that no man might buy or sell. That means a Snicker bar. If you go to buy a bag of potato chips for 50 cents, which is what a small bag of potato chips is going to cost you $1. I remember when it used to cost a nickel or 25 cents for the big bag. You're not going to be able to buy it once this technology comes into play. So this is going to apply. This is not talking about big countries, companies. It's talking about people. Save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, right? And it's all based upon 666, which is your universal product code. Which when you go to the self checkout, you find out where the universal code is, and you swipe and you hear the beep. That means it went through, and the price comes up. And that's based upon the 666. So anyway, let me come on back. Now the word deceived, let me go back to the word deceived. Deceived. This is what I'm going to do. Let me click on this. See, right here. We're going to get victories, the victory, and we're going to be above watching the lake of fire on fire. And it said the ones that's going to be in them ships are the Israelites that did not take the microchip. Revelation 20:4. All right, where did I say I was going to go? Oh, deceived. Let me look up the word deceived. Because they're not going to say, look, this is Revelation 13-16. You're going to have to take it. No, they're not going to say that. They're going to say, well, this is new technology and we need it. And you got kooks, you got conspiracy nuts saying that it's a mark of the beast and Revelation. No, it's not. And dumbass, idiot, zombie niggas, Edomites are going to take it. The main group, I'm almost positive, but let's see if my words are true in the future. The main group that's going to buck up against this thing, that they're going to say it's a mark of the beast in Revelation, are Edomites from the south and the Bible Belt. Them holy rollers and the Bible, not the niggas, they ain't going to see it. But them Edomites, because they somewhat are more studious than Jake, they're going to say this is the mark of the beast. They're going to be the first. This is the mark of the beast, and we ain't taking it. So eventually it's going to have to go to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court going to say, yes, it's constitutional. You got to take the mark of the beast. Go back 2005. Justice Roberts, the Chief Justice, was being confirmed to be the Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court. Biden, when Biden was a senator, he said, mark my words before your 10 years are over. You will rule on whether a person gets a microchip put into him. It should be on YouTube. Should be on YouTube. So guess what? Back in 2005, they already knew that people were going to have to get the chip. It says, I want the word deceived. Let's deal with the word deceived. Deceived does not necessarily mean force. But some of you will be forced or put to death. So if they say you got to take it and you say no, okay, we're going to put you to death, accept death. Be faithful unto death. That's what the scriptures say. So a lot of you out there are listening to your blind, dumb
Strong's
leaders.
G 4105 Planao. Planao.
To cause astray, to lead astray, meaning lie to you. No, this has nothing to do with revelation. You got them some conspiracy kooks like GMS that teaches that they're a bunch of kooks, and they tell you the great little girls. Why would you listen to a group like that? So if your leaders that sold out tell you zombies, and you're in that zombie state, and you're not one of the elect, your stupid ass, your stupid zombie ass is going to take it like a damn fool, and he's going to be condemned. It says you're going to suffer the same death as the other nations and Esau in America. To cause to stray, to lead astray, you know, not force. Lead aside from the right way, to go astray, wander, roam about. To lead away from the truth. What's the truth? The truth is the whole scriptures, but what's contained in the truth? The mark of the beast. That you shouldn't take it. Now, for people to say they don't know to take it, you're not of the elect. To lead into error, to deceive, to be led into error, to be led aside from the path of virtue, or goodness, or righteousness, to go astray, sin, and to sin. To sever or fail or fall away from the truth. The ones of you, every last one of you guys that's left the camp or got kicked out, and you didn't keep teaching the word, all of you are going to accept that chip. Or heretics, right? If you say that Edomites and other nations can make it as Genesis, those guys are two heretics. To be led away into error and sin. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is not going to be playing on that day. When the Most High brings that judgment, you're going to see the real judgment of how the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua works. So if Captain Zarek is ultimately an elect, he'll buck up against it and he'll apologize. He'll say, I apologize. He'll be crying too. If he's one of the elect, he'll be crying, I'm sorry for going against GMS. Please forgive me, Tar. For saying what I said. Guaranteed. If he's one of the elect. If he's not one of the elect, he gonna put up videos talking about the importance of taking the chip. And you dummy, you monk, you zombies are going to take it. You zombies are going to take it. So now, let me go ahead and play this video. Okay, so here we go. The technocratic dark state, Trump, AI, and digital dictatorship. We the people are the biggest impediment. Impediment means to slow down or stop, really to slow down, to installing digital dictatorships, which means the microchip technology, if we exercise our power. But guess what? Your power is not going to work. They're going to make you get it. You're going to get it. If they got to kill some of you to make you get it, you're going to get it. Okay, this is right here. Okay, I got to get into this one. Yeah, these guys definitely sold out. Genesis, those two guys, they definitely sold. They got a bag, definitely. In my opinion. Okay, so let's listen, and I'm gonna get ready to close.
How close are we now to having the trap sprung, having the trap thrown, and living in a digital dictatorship, and not being able to escape the system of slavery that you're describing? How close to realizing that are we right now? How many moves?
This is fair use, fair use, fair use. I'm doing this for educational purposes only. I'm not making money off of this. This is open for criticism on the Fair Use Act of 1976. So this is not for entertainment. This is for educational purposes only.
Do the powers that be need to achieve the plantation that they're after?
I think, unfortunately, technologically, the infrastructure has already been built. It's already there.
That means the technology is there. Just check out Sweden and the microchip. The technology is there. It comes down to whether the people around the world are willing to accept it, and they're gonna have to accept it.
But their massive problem they've got is that they have to somehow entice us into going along with it.
He said somehow have to entice us. That's in the Revelation. There is a word deceived. Entice. They're not going to tell you, oh, by the way, this is a fulfillment of Revelation 13, 16, and 17.
Because ultimately this is a behavioral control system. Once our digital identity is linked to programmable digital currency, then they will have total behavioral control over humanity.
What are the biggest impediments to achieving digital dictatorship that exist right now?
Well, we are, the people. If we don't go along with it, if for example, it's slightly different outside of the US, but certainly in the US, if the people of the US demand that their constitution is upheld, then they've got a problem. They can't go ahead with.
Did you hear? He said if the Constitution is upheld, that's why it's going up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court is going to say, no, yes, you can put digital IDs in people. So that then it becomes law. You got to get it. But guess what? You don't got to get it, but you can participate in the grid, on the grid.
With their plans, for example, not accepting and not using stable coins, and demanding that they are treated as a currency, a national currency, because that's what they are.
Cash is a big impediment.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. So yeah, I mean, what could we do? What can people do? Yeah, sure. So people can. I think the most important thing is people realise the power that they've got in their wallets.
Right.
And another thing, when this thing comes to pass, there's going to be a lot. Everybody's going to have their little take on it. Some of them going to say it's good. Some of them going to say I wouldn't take it. You can take it. Others are going to say, well, this is the fulfillment of Revelation 13. Everybody's going to be flocking to GMS to see what videos they say. And that's when I believe that when you put up these videos, you're going to have to really speak in code, because if you say it outright, instead of MOTB, you say it outright, the micro C hip, they will take down your videos, because now they got to an order from the top. Anybody that says something that's hinting on the MOTB, cut their video. So if they cut all the videos, and they're going to take all our videos down, we're taking all them videos down, so people can say, well, I didn't know. Well, hey, you know what? I sent the prophets down. You didn't listen. I can't help you.
The decisions that people...
There's going to be a major shakeup among these Israelite camps. Trust me. And they're all going to be lining up to try to want to talk to somebody in GMS. And we ain't going to give you the answers. We're going to tell you to go to the sellers and buy. Figure it out.
People make about what they buy, who they... Let's look at it this way. There's a reason why they want to control what you buy, where you can buy it, who you buy it from, and how much money you can save. Because once they've got control of that, they've got control of you. Well, the flip side of that is that if you consciously decide, make those decisions that you're not going to support, this digital dictatorship, that you're going to use cash, that you're going to be as self-sufficient as possible, that you're going to buy from people whose values you respect, that you're going to do business with people who you consider to be honest and trustworthy, then if we exercise that power, that is precisely the power that they're desperate to take away from us.
Right.
So he really thinks that they can stop it, they can impede it. And impede means to slow it down. You're not going to stop it. This is a train coming. You're not going to be able to stop that train. The majority of the people, I would say 95 to 98% of the people, or even more, 99, closer to 99% of the people are going to take it. We here at Great Millstone is not going to take it. Some of you guys, you might get weak and take it. Well, guess what? You were never part of us anyway.
So clearly that's the power that they are most fearful of. So that's the power that we should exercise.
Okay, this one come up. I'm going to play a little bit of this because I subscribe to her. Tommy Bites Homestead, because she knows about the chip too. I don't know if she equates it to Revelation.
You need to find your faith for this one. Excuse the music in the background. My husband's listening to some Maxwell. Breaking news. If you have not heard, digital ID is here in the United States. For those people who told me this was not coming to the United States, we don't have to worry about it. I'm fear-mongering and, this is happening in other countries, not here. This is happening in the UK. This is happening in Canada. This is happening in China. Well, guess what? Now it's happening here. And the testing ground is Alaska. Yes, Alaska is the testing ground. I've known about this for...
This is fair use for educational purposes only. I don't make money on this. I have this right under the Fair Use Act of 1976.
For a few days now, but I just been tired, y'all. This is a lot to take in. They're trying to control every aspect of our life. So I had to update my phone last night to the 26th, I think, or something like that. Well, when you update your Apple phone, because Apple has the pay in there now, the digital pay is optional at the moment, okay? So unless you want to do it, then you do it. But if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But eventually, that won't be optional. That will be mandatory, that you have to link your bank card that you have to link everything to one system, because that's where we're going. One rule, one system. President Trump already signed an executive order that will allow tech companies to not need approval.
They're messing with me behind the screen. Why did it stop like that? Here we go.
To do anything. Basically, they don't even have a leash around their neck. They can do whatever they want now. And tying your information into it.
Yeah, the states, he just passed a law, AI something, where the states cannot, it's a federal thing, a federal mandate, and the states can't pass laws to go against it. He's just a front guy. He's Phil Green from the movie Casino.
Are you a good citizen or are you not a good citizen? That's what we need to start asking ourselves, because if they move to the same system like China has right now, that's what China's doing. You're a good citizen or you're not a good citizen. And if you're not a good citizen, you get locked out of your bank account. Your money.
You get locked out of the grid.
You worked for. You get locked out of your apartment that you live in or your home that you build. So guess what? Now you're ending up homeless. This is where this is all going. So if you think that this is far into the future, it is not. I told y'all a while ago, they are rolling this out as fast as they possibly can before 2030. 2030 was like a date that they were going by, but everything is moving way faster. And now we have digital ID linked with your financial institution.
You heard what she said, 2030, they want to get this thing running. No, they want to get it running before 2030. Because if it takes place in 2030, that means we're going to be here for another 4 years.
In Alaska. And again, if this works in Alaska, and I'm pretty sure it will, we don't want this because we have a small group of people making decisions for billions of people in America. Makes absolutely no sense to me. This figure, they know what we want, and they're telling us this is what you want, and this is what we're going to give you. This is where it's going.
2026, because what the setup that has happened in 2025, we all feel it, okay? Listen, we all have had the nudge, we've all have experienced what in our spirits, because this is all a spiritual fight. The atmosphere, everything that's going on in the world is spiritual. But what I want y'all to realize is the system that is being set in place, that is being set up, is going to be implemented in the next year that is coming. Alaska already is trying to have AI driven digital identity payments. Now, we already know that has been going on, digital ID cards in the UK, and that they were told that they weren't able to have jobs without this. Meaning, if you can't get a job, you can't have no money. Meaning, you can't eat. Okay, it's all about the eatery and living.
So some jakes are waking up. There's this woman right here and the sister in the beginning, which her page, like I said, a page which I subscribe to, Tommy Bites Homestead. So you see this sister right here, she kind of knows. So when it comes, she's going to, if she's one of the elect, like the elect lady, she'll stumble upon the GMS video and find the truth. There's going to be a major shakeup. And it could happen this coming year.
I told y'all they're literally charging us for this oxygen at this point. But what they're trying to do is use the biometric data systems with the digital ID, facial recognition, the Neuralink, we've all known about that, smartphones, digital currency.
You know what I'm going to do? Let me do something. Let me do something here. Excuse me. This, let me see. This is the fulfillment of let me see, this will be I'm sorry, will be the fulfillment of revelation 13, 16, and 17. Let me go ahead and let's see how to react to it. Telling you, man, GMS is the premier camp. That's the number one camp out there. Let me see something here. Do it this way. I go one. I don't need this many. Okay, let's let it play. This will be the fulfillment of Revelation 13, 16, and 17.
This has been in the works, and they have already been operating. Something interesting happened to me. I was at a store irritated, trying to not talk to this AT&T person, but the AT&T person was asking me about how much I paid for my bill, and he's going all through how he can lower my bill because I'm with Verizon right now, and he like, you know, you shouldn't be paying this, da da da. So he tells me, open up your Verizon app, because he wanted to check something. Do y'all not know, as soon as I open up my Verizon app, I get a message. This has never happened to me before. You know, when you go into your apps, it tells you how much your bill is. If you
Verizon totally sucks. I had that, the cable system. I hated it the first day I fucking got it. I didn't like it.
Pass due, whatever. It literally had a message on there, and it was literally offering to, number one, the same thing that this boy offered me. Brand new phones, will upgrade you phones, will lower your payments, everything that he was offering. Now, I'm looking like, wait a minute, they listening to me for real. Now I knew they was listening, but that just confirmed, because you wasn't trying to offer me this before. Me and this boy just had at least a 30-minute conversation. Make a long story short, I opened up my phone, and sure enough, they tell me we'll give you the iPhone 17 and this and that. And I said, these people is literally listening to us. Anyway, there has been a $1 trillion defense budget that has been signed by your favorite principal. So AI is going to be the top leading thing in the world. Okay, this is not going to be on a low level just to our country, but this is going to be something in the world. And I implore you to understand and ask God for a clear understanding of what AI truly is. Okay.
Well, if you all these churches, black churches, if they knew the Bible and the Spirit came to me, nigga, read the Bible. But you got to have a guide to guide you. Revelation. This is Revelation, like I said.
Okay. But they're also enforcing these new border rules, of course, that can basically require people to have these selfies and 5 years of social media history, which all of this to me sound like you monitoring me. You want to know my whereabouts. I don't like everybody knowing my whereabouts, okay? This is what this is saying for everybody in the world. They want to know your whereabouts, what you doing, what you paying, how much you paying. This is what it's giving. And it's all for the setup for you know what system. I'll let y'all catch that one, okay? But he's also stopping states from regulating AI. So what we see is we ain't gonna know what's real because of AI is gonna grow. They're putting it in the forefront. They're putting it is no longer an option. This is what they are using, okay? We're not gonna know real from the fake. And that's a problem for me, because we know that there is a huge deception that is coming. The Bible has warned in the last days there will be a great deception. And I think that's why AI is being pushed. That's why I side-eye people who come into agreement with the principle in that administration. Because
why does this sister here get it and you Israelite leaders, the leadership can't get it? Huh?
You cannot see the deception, the mere fact that he's pushing deception. AI is deception. That's a lying spirit. It's a lie, all lies. AI is lies. It's a form of deception. It's a lie. So when people come into agreement with that, because y'all think these people are godly people,
I know you're not talking about the white man now, because that would be racist.
Bring down my blood pressure. I just want y'all to catch it. He's pushing AI. We're not going to know what's real and what's fake. There's a growing deception that is happening. Just so y'all know, we already surveillanced. Okay? We already, I don't like that. You know my whereabouts, what I'm doing, what I'm spending. Get out my business. Y'all know you know us folk. We don't like that. Don't tell my business. We teach our kids. Don't you tell my business. Cause what? But they already been knowing. This has been in the works. That's why they created the celly phone. That's why they have put on your location. All of this has been in the works for one huge reason, one huge deception that is coming to the world. I want us to open up our eyes truly in the spirit, not our natural eye. It's going to take Spirit of God, because the Bible speaks of a time where even the great elect will be deceived.
Uh-oh. She said the great elect. Now, if I ask her the great elect, she'll say all nations. She's there, but she's not quite there. She's not quite there, because she would have been done mentioned Revelation 13, 16, 17.
And if our eyes are not open, because pretty soon we got to throw these phones and throwing them in the river. In a minute, it's gonna come to a point. Throw them phones in the river. We gotta thug it out. Write notes. We back to writing letters. Find my letter under my domat at this point. Because surveillance is gonna become a thing, because we know what the Bible has prophesied and why you would need surveillance. Ask yourself, why do they need so much surveillance of people? Why you need to know my business, my whereabouts, what I'm eating, what I'm buying? Y'all gotta ask yourself these questions. Why is surveillance needed? Is it because of crime? Oh, of course, that's what they're going to tell us, because it is a growing deception. I digress on this, but I need people to realize the state of the world that we're getting ready to walk in 2026. This is real. It's not for fake. Nobody's.
They don't want this thing to come to pass. They don't want to make this thing possible in 2030. They want to make it. Their goal is 2030, but they don't want to do it before 2030. They want to do it right now. So they want to do it. If they can do it in 2026, they want to do it in 2026. They have the technology. It's a matter of the people willing. That's the only thing holding them back. They have the technology. Like the $600 was a $6 billion man, $6 million. Is he a $6 million man? Well, with inflation, he's a $6 billion man. We have the technology. It's a matter of getting the people to accept it.
Sitting around making this up in a corner somewhere. We are getting ready to walk in some very dark times. Just like when that man, that other principal, he told me, "This'll be a dark winter." No, brother, it's about to be some dark times, because he already knew what was coming. He was already forewarning us. Because what darkness they like to put in front of us, they like to tell us. I'm done. It is coming. Open up your eyes. Draw closer to God. Draw closer to the source. Because if we're not close to the source, we're literally, our faith will dwindle. So this is a time to build up our faith truly in the things of God.
And complete, quote, multi-step government service transactions on behalf of users. But the plan actually goes further than this. They're looking to integrate biometric authentication. Think facial recognition, fingerprinting, and also have smart wallet integration in the app as well. Now look, this has some benefits, it really does, mainly when it comes to efficiency, ease of use, especially security. It can do a lot of good to get rid of, theft and fraud, for example. But this also represents a problem of just overall consolidation. All of your info, your biometrics, your financial information, potentially even like your internet activity, your digital footprint, all collected in a single place and then monitored with an all-seeing artificial intelligence system working for the government that's going to look for anything and everything that's off. But this plan in Alaska, it's also raising concerns over potential abuses that have been seen in countries that actually already have similar systems. We can look, for example, at the Chinese Communist Party's social credit system. One of the worst case examples we see in the current state of the world. In China, under the communist regime, the system gives every single person a good citizen rating or a bad citizen rating. Get too low, and you even lose your ability to make payments in the digital currency. And because of that, you get to be homeless because you can't rent a home, you can't buy food, businesses won't hire you. The new gulag is being pushed out of the system itself. That is what it looks like. And hopefully that's not where this is leading to, but they are currently rolling out digital ID systems tied in with financial systems right here in the United States.
So it's already here. It's already here. Anyway, shalom, on to the next. Shalom.